There are two areas that should kind of characterize our focus: growth in learning, and then beyond that, growth in virtue.
When I think about Delone, I think of loyalty, faithfulness, and enthusiasm.
But one of the terms that you hear when you spend any time here at Delone Catholic is squire or squirehood. And this idea of a squire is very important to us. It helps to inform our identity. A squire, of course, is an understudy to a knight. And so our students, very much are squires. And they're squires with a view of becoming knights, right? So we're trying to equip our students with a sense of service to others, which is the hallmark of a knight.
This place is special because the students are invested. We don't have a large population, but we're able to be very active with our sports, with our productions, because the students embrace the opportunity to be involved and create their own community here within the building.
You feel that deep sense of community, you feel that stewardship for each other, for the world around us. You feel that sense of belonging, which I think is really important in today's world, and also instilling in them this sense of responsibility as they go out into the world and become our future leaders.
I think it's important to know that sending your students to Delone is not just a choice in education. It's a choice in education. It's a choice in your faith. It's a choice in how you want your student to be nurtured throughout their educational career. It's how you want your student to be prepared.
It's a community that welcomes all sorts of different people and really comes to know who you are.
At Delone Catholic, our motto is to be doers of the word. The rest of that scripture passage is, and not hearers only. Something we talk about a lot in the Sacred Studies department is making sure that the students are not just memorizing facts and concepts, but really taking them to heart and thinking about how they can apply these to their life as a young adult Christian, as a young adult Catholic.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
There's nothing like Delone on a Friday night.
I think that there is a sense of pride and responsibility that when you put on a Delone Catholic sweatshirt, you put on a Delone Catholic uniform, you understand that with that comes a sense of responsibility, a sense of pride.
If you are feeling that nudge, you're probably on the right track to just send them, to try Delone.
My parents told me that I could go to any school I wanted, and I chose Delone because I knew it would be a good fit for me and my education.
I'm proud to say I go to Delone Catholic.
I'm absolutely proud to be an alumni. And that being said, I'm proud that my kids are going to be alumni someday.
The best way to inform your decision making is to come and see. Visit us. Every day is open house. We welcome you to come by and to learn more about us.
Once you're a squire, you're always a squire.
This is Joseph Shirillo, graduating class of 2023 at Delone Catholic High School in McSherrystown, PA. My previous school experiences didn't prepare me to become the person I am today like Delone Catholic has. And when you enroll at Delone Catholic, you will be challenged, but at the same time, the school community nurtures you to create your own path. Delone Catholic welcomed me into their community and helped me become the person I am meant to be. I participated with the drama department, athletics, organized charity events, and serve in many leadership roles. All of these opportunities have prepared me for the next part of my life. Delone Catholic also helped me to grow in my relationship with God, and now I invite you to join this amazing community.
To schedule a private tour and learn more about Delone Catholic High School, visit DeloneCatholic.org or call 717-637-5969. Delone Catholic, prepared to lead, prepared to serve, and prepared for life.
Good evening and welcome to Delone Catholic High School. We're out here at J.T Flaherty Field getting ready for senior night here for Delone's lacrosse team as they take on the Mifflin County Huskies. Got a kind of a night and day sort of weather from last time we were out here on Thursday night. It's gone back to kind of wintry weather, mid-50s and rainy.
I am not loving it, just in case anybody was wondering. We do have while we're waiting for the senior parents to line up for senior night festivities, and that'll be happening about 10 after. We want to thank you for joining us here if you're not able to join us live. We have the upcoming live streams on the screen. Tuesday, May 7th is the last home game. That is to be determined whether we will be live streaming it. I do believe if we are not here live streaming it, the huddle may very well be. So if you're interested in catching games, whether we are here with commentary or not, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You will get a notification anytime we have a live stream go up. Thursday, May 9th, the all-school mass, that usually starts right about 9:30. We're just waiting for the announcements and the kids to get seated. Sometimes that can take a little bit longer, so if you're tuning in for mass and we're not on right at 9:30, hang around. We will be popping on there shortly thereafter. Friday morning, the senior awards. I think I have to check the app.
24th, that's next Friday, the Friday after next.
The 17th.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the 17th will be
the senior awards.
Yeah, we still have the 10th to get through first, is what I mean. So yeah, it'll be.
Yeah. The senior awards on May 17th, that's in the morning, I think around 9:30 again as well. I have to double check the app and I will do that. But then Friday evening, we're going to be back here live with graduation. Weather permitting, we'll be on the J.T. Flaherty Field. If the weather doesn't cooperate, we will be in the gym.
In the gym, yep.
And then Friday, May 24th, we'll have the underclassmen awards about 11 o'clock. We'll be live streaming those. So if you're unable to join us at school, tune in and you can see your students receive their awards. Let's see, what else? We had some other things coming up I wanted to mention that we don't have slides for. Oh, I wanted to make sure that it was yesterday, Delone Catholic Athletics on their Facebook page put up a shout out to Emma Wilson. She recorded her 100th strikeout, so congratulations to Emma. And we also do want to give a shout out to all the seniors of all the teams for this spring season. We have track and field, we have baseball, we have softball, we have girls lacrosse. Our young ladies play with the Colonials. Of course, our boys lacrosse. If I'm missing any sports, I apologize.
No, that's it. That's tennis, boys tennis.
Oh, tennis,
plays
that's
in
right.
the spring as well.
So, we want to congratulate all the seniors, all the teams, but give a shout out to all our seniors. Unfortunately, we can't do a senior night for everybody. We can only do those sports which occur in the gymnasium or out here on the field.
And we did have Colin Kuhn at districts for tennis just yesterday. I don't have results on that.
Maybe we can touch base with Coach Rudolph and our athletic director, our wonderful, he is so many things to this school. I never know which title to use for him. He's teacher, athletic director, he's a pastor, he's he does
parent,
yes, a parent, like I said, teacher. So thank you to Mr. Rudolph for all that he does for all of our students, athletic and otherwise. I do want to give a quick shout out to our Squire Guild members, Conewago Contractors, Proforma Graphic Concepts, GNS Food, Trummer Family Dentistry, Doug Ligor Media, Hockstead Enterprises, Hanover Auto Team, Molly Bruce Thrivent. Thank you for supporting our Squires. Other businesses interested in supporting our Squires? Reach out to Mr. Thomas, Matthew Thomas at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org or visit DeloneCatholic.org/Squire Guild. And you can also scan the QR code for more information. But Squire Guild members, they help make our academic and athletic programs possible. I see the rain is picking up out here. Today is a rain or shine game, folks. So as long as we don't have lightning, we are good to go. Also want to give a shout out to our DCBN kids. They participated in a Broadcast Now contest this year. They did not win that contest, but they were one of 8 submissions of schools across the state that competed for this event. They got to go to a luncheon in Harrisburg with Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters. You can scan that QR code to check out their work. It's over on the DCBN page on the website. But we were invited back next year to compete in the Broadcast Now competition Delone is. So if you have a student enrolled in Delone, or have a student who's going to be enrolled in Delone, or you're listening and you're a student either coming up to or in, and you'd be interested in learning more about the DCBN participation in the Broadcast Now competition, please reach out to Mr. Smith at wsmith@DeloneCatholic.org. You can also talk to any of the teachers and they can help get you in touch with Mr. Smith or any of the administrators. But it's a great opportunity for students, and not just for ones who are interested in filmmaking or the editing side of things. If you're interested in marketing, if you're interested in analytics, if you are interested in writing, if you are interested in graphic design, there's many components that go into these. If you're interested in producing, the production side of things, there is a slot available here for you. There's a lot that can be done with this. So I very much encourage you to reach out to Mr. Smith to make this part of your plan for next year.
Yeah, we always tend to find people that are able to do stuff. We find stuff for people to do. It's a really dynamic matchmaking situation where we find skills to match tasks and tasks to match skills, and it's a little bit by the seat of our pants, but we learn a whole lot every time.
If you're interested in DCBN and helping with our live streams, but you're not necessarily interested in the contest, please still reach out to us. We need students who are interested in working with the camera, setup, tear down, production, running the board, doing back here what I do, even some on air. We do the games that we have people committed that know a little bit about or have an interest in the sport and can come up here and intelligently talk. We can't always do that about every sport, but we try our very best. So if you are a parent, if you are a student, if you're a community member, even if you have no connection to Delone, but you like what we do and you'd like to help out, please reach out. We always look for volunteers. While I'm talking about our upcoming ventures with live streaming, I do want to mention the Squire Sports Camps are registering now. So whether you are a budding star or just discovering your love for sports, and this also includes speech and debate, because there are speech and debate camps. I know that the graphic says sports, but speech and debate is included in this. Please join us for a summer of skill development, teamwork, and fun. You can unleash your potential, embrace the spirit of competition, and make this summer one to remember here at Delone Catholic High School's Squire Camps. You can register online with your STS account, or if you don't already have one, create an account. And all campers will receive a t-shirt if you participate. Please contact Mrs. Amy Miller at amiller@DeloneCatholic.org for camp registration assistance or questions. Those camps cover co-ed tennis, co-ed soccer, girls basketball, boys basketball, girls cheer, girls volleyball, and again, speech and debate. So this is an opportunity for you to engage in some summer activity and get a head start on the coming sports seasons. Also, get team building, bonding, but that QR code will take you to the sign up page on their website, or visit DeloneCatholic.org/camps to learn more. Let me see if we have anything else going on here. Oh yes, we have to always talk about the apps in the website. My DCHS app is a place where you can go to learn all the details. Pretty much everything that I bring to you comes from that. Mrs. Furman is great about alerting me to things that are on there. If it's not on there, I get it from the website and from the social media. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, of course YouTube, and LinkedIn. Those are the places where you're going to see updates where we have accounts. So, but I will tell you right now, my go-to is the My DCHS app. It has everything I need, including the lunch menus. So happy on Thursday when I was at school. I don't remember, what was I at school for on Thursday?
Lacrosse game?
Oh yeah, lacrosse game. And I got there and like, walking tacos, because I checked the app. But yeah, so if you don't already have that and you are a student or an incoming student or a parent, check that out. I think we're getting ready here shortly. And always, if you are considering coming to Delone Catholic, scan the QR code, go and check out the Oh, we're going to get started.
This is Delone Catholic High School for today's lacrosse contest between Mifflin County and the Delone Catholic Squires. Before we go too far into the evening, we want to have some opportunities to celebrate our seniors, our senior lacrosse players and manager here tonight on this beautiful day for lacrosse. Before we begin to have the players come out onto the field with their parents, I'd like to take a moment. We would like to take an extra moment to say thank you to Susan and Tom Hicks and the entire family. Please know that your dedication to the team does not go unnoticed. Your commitment to the program, countless hours volunteering, and all those yummy sandwiches is surely appreciated by our parents and players. Thank you for all that you do. And that goes for all of our volunteers here in and around the school and the lacrosse program. So as our manager and players make their way forward, we'll begin to recognize our seniors. We will begin our recognition of our senior class with our manager, Mackenzie Smith. She has managed the lacrosse team all 4 years here at Delone. She's escorted by Donald and Christine Smith. After graduation, she plans to attend Towson University, majoring in nursing. Her favorite team memory, watching the boys' excitement when winning their first game of the season. A special thank you to our dedicated coaches. Your commitment and guidance has shaped a strong team. To the players, you have made every game exciting and every practice enjoyable. I'm excited for many more seasons. Go Squires. Next we have number 13, Drew Metcalf. And he is escorted by David and Vicky Metcalf. He's been playing lacrosse for 10 years. After graduation, he's going to attend McDaniel College and major in accounting. His favorite team memory is bus rides home from the away games. He'd like to give a special thanks and shout out to his coaches and his parents. And his favorite candy is Skittles. Drew Metcalf. Our next player up is number 14, Andy Chirillo. He's been playing lacrosse for 5 years. He's escorted by Brandon and Dana Chirillo. After graduation, he plans to attend Juniata College to major in forensic accounting and to play lacrosse. His favorite team memory is talking about how bees can swim, bus rides, and taking my first face-off last year. He'd like to give a special thanks to his parents and coaches for helping him along the way on this journey. His Uncle Terry, who started me playing and has supported him the whole journey. And his favorite candy is peanut M&Ms. Our next player, number 19, Deegan Snyder. He's escorted by his parents, Heather and Doug Snyder. He's been playing lacrosse for 10 years. He's going to attend Penn State University. His favorite team memory, riding the bus to away games. A special thanks to his parents and coaches for their support over his high school career. And his favorite candy bar is the Zero Bar. Deegan Snyder. Next up is number 69, Mason Rittinger. He is escorted by his mom, Stephanie, and his dad, Chris. He plans on joining the Air Force after graduation. His favorite team memory, beating York Suburban for the first time ever in lacrosse. His special thanks out to his parents, his teammates, coaches, and all his supporters along the way. his favorite candy, Mike and Ike's, Mason Rittinger. Congratulations to all of our senior lacrosse players and our manager. And again, a huge shout out to our coaches and all of our volunteers for making this season all that it can be and a success. Thank you. And let's prepare to warm up for a few more minutes, and then we'll have our starting lineups.
We're going to switch back to the PA once they're ready to do the national anthem and get that starting lineup. But so let's go back to where we were. And again, congratulations to everyone, and thank you to all the volunteers, the parents, everybody who made these season festivities possible. We couldn't do these games without including our refs.
What do you mean, even including?
Well,
They're an essential part of the game.
They are. They absolutely are, and we appreciate their time and dedication to come out and do these games in all weather. Again, back to the QR code that's on the screen right now. If you are considering Delone Catholic as an option for your family and you would like to schedule a tour, or your student would like to schedule a shadow day, sometimes a couple shadow days actually help, but or a couple visits to the school. You can scan the QR code or visit DeloneCatholicHighSchool.org and check out the information on the website. The QR code will take you directly to the page where you can schedule your own personal tour or your shadow day. But also check out the website for additional events coming up where you have opportunity for your kids to be involved here at Delone. They have the girls' night in and the boys' night in. They have activities and things coming up through the school year for different tours or different opportunities to join in. I do think the original plan was to have tonight be a little Squires night. I'm not sure if that is happening or not due to the weather, but
I've not seen too many youngsters out there that may not have come through with the weather.
Right, but if you look, all the sports have a little Squires night where they take an opportunity to welcome the younger kids who are, bring them in and make them feel a part of the Delone Catholic family, and that's truly what it is here, a family. Talking to the students and talking to the staff, but especially the students. The one thing that they repeatedly say, that I hear them say, is it's that connection and knowing that no matter what's going on, they feel like they always have someone in their corner, whether it's a staff member or other students, and that close-knit feeling is something that's special here at Delone.
I was looking down to see who our officials were today. I have a vague idea who one of them might be, but we have three. That didn't think of it until just now, but yes, any of our out-of-league games, we try to have three officials. In league games, we've only been able to do two, just due to our numbers, but a third official is becoming industry standard.
And for those interested in becoming a ref for any of the sports, you can check out the PIAA website. They are encouraging people, if you even have a passing interest, to check it out. Those who are 16 to 18, I believe you're still enrolled in high school, they're specifically encouraging. I don't recall if it is free to take the test or if they gain a sponsor for you to cover the cost of the test. I think it's $40. But for students, because they're encouraging involvement at a younger age, that cost is either waived or sponsored for those. But it's been a really good experience as far as you've had, Bill, and I know some other people that have done it, who even a couple students who are enjoying.
Well, Mason Ridinger on the field now has been a junior official for both football and lacrosse. So as he plays, especially with football, as he played Friday night, he would also referee on Saturday morning.
And to clarify for everybody, if as you're coming in, you're reffing for the younger kids, and you usually do the youth for a couple years, and then you bump up to the upper levels. So it's not like you have to worry about being thrown into the depths.
But it's a good continuity. It's a good way to stay with the sport if you're playing. one of the things I look back at doing it is I wish I'd have tried it 20 years ago. So if you've got any interest, give it a shot. My suggestion is to give it a look and see if it fits.
And you've had a really positive experience with the mentoring program.
And they don't throw you in there with no experience, whether it's training clinics where they have a meeting where at the beginning of the football season they'll take us out to a field and go through each position of each official's position. You're with somebody and you see what they do, and you can do it with somebody. The first couple years you're shadowing at varsity games. You're seeing what they're seeing and how they're reacting and what stuff is supposed to look like. With basketball, you're always with a seasoned referee as your partner through the beginning. Lacrosse, you're teamed with a mentor where I've talked to Sean pretty much every week about something. And also, when I work with him, he's got a radio, so we're in communication. So when he sees something, he can right away let me know what he's calling and why. And while that's good communication for anybody, I think that's going to be something that's, the technology's going to come up and we're going to use it more and more. It's a great thing to not have to guess.
But the thing is, without our officials, there is no sports. So that's why you've seen over the last few years, you've had more. Not every football game is on a Friday night, varsity, because they can only do what they have officials for. So they sometimes land on Saturdays or Thursdays. They get moved around a little bit. So they're slowly rebuilding that program. So if any interest, you can always reach out to Mr. Smith. He will point you in the direction. But the PIAA website is very informative. Anything else coming up for school, Bill, that you can think of off the...
This week is the week where the seniors are finishing up everything academic. They're doing their finals. They're doing AP tests. And it's not just seniors. We have people down through, even like down as some sophomores are taking some AP tests. But that's this week. This week is sort of the seniors finishing up academically. Next week will be them doing their ceremonial stuff, their baccalaureate graduation, their student or their class trip, and then the week after that is when all the underclassmen are finishing with their stuff academically, their exams, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we kind of meet to say goodbye and go through the underclassmen awards on the 24th. So the end really is coming up, and we're wrapping things up for the year.
Just wanted to point out that if you're on Facebook at all, go over and check out the Delone Catholic Facebook page. There's several. There's the arts, there's Delone Catholic Athletics, and there's Delone Catholic High School. Over on the Delone Catholic High School Facebook timeline, they have a really nice section. Well, they have posts that they're doing to honor, to highlight their senior highlights. Talks about where the seniors will be headed to and what their plans are. So check that out, because that's really neat, seeing the seniors pop up on there.
And they're getting ready out here for the coin toss. In lacrosse, the coin toss goes for a choice of which side to defend, first and third. So they switch every quarter, so first, second, third, fourth. They go back and forth. And then for every, just like in basketball, every alternating possession or every alternate possession, doesn't happen quite so much here in these levels, but with younger kids, there are things that happen if the ball's on the ground for too long. We just blow the whistle and kind of give it like a jump ball to then one team and then the next and then back and forth to keep things moving. But they explain the game. They go through the PIAA.
We're going to turn things back over to Mr. Rudolph on the PA announcer.
Test between the Huskies of Mifflin County and your Delone Catholic Squires. Regardless of the outcome of today's game, we ask that all spectators consider the time and effort that each of these young participants have put forth to represent their schools. The purpose of this activity is to provide a positive learning experience and opportunities for personal growth for the participants, officials, and spectators. We ask that you assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship by taking personal responsibility and keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. No handheld signs and/or banners, noisemakers are permitted. Any spectator, by their actions or behavior interfering with this contest, may be removed from the stadium. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for your visitors, Mifflin County. Number 17, starting at mid, Matthew Bursick. Starting at attack, number 28, Alex Snyder. Starting at mid, number 18, Drayson Weaver. Starting on defense, number 22, Caden Miller. Starting on defense, number 12, Nathan Parks. Starting at attack, number 11, Van Rogers. Starting on defense, number 5, Riley Hostetler. Starting at attack, number 3, Austin Manino. Starting at mid, number 4, Dodger Weaver. And their goalie is number 36, Alonzo Torres. And for your Squires, starting at attack, number 21, Sam Hall. Starting at attack, a senior captain, number 19, Deegan Snyder. Starting at attack, a senior, number 13, Drew Metcalf. Starting at face-off, get-off, number 14, a senior, Andy Chirillo. Starting at mid, a junior, number 24, Noah Hall. Long stick midi, a starter, number 1, and a captain, junior, Caden Hicks. Starting at defense, a sophomore, number 7, Nicholas Holtz. Starting on defense, a senior, number 69, Mason Rittinger. Starting on defense, a junior, number 53, Levi Davenport. And your goalie, a junior, number 33, and a captain, Austin Gregg. The Squires are coached by Greg Holtz, assisted by John Gregg and Marty Skovich. And now let us all stand and join together, or not join together. Oh, you can join together if you would like to sing along, but let us stand and respect our flag and our country with the playing of the national anthem.
right, we're getting ready for the face-off here, as we're just waiting for the teams to get themselves together. We'll be getting started here shortly. Nice display of sportsmanship at the beginning of this. Now, Bill, when they were calling the kids in, it looked like Mifflin only has one player on the sidelines to do sub-ins. Is that accurate?
Apparently yes, they have 11.
So we'll hope for, you know, an easy game that he's able to assist them with subbing in where needed. Hope the goalie doesn't need any breaks at that point in the face-off.
If we had possession called, I didn't see who had it, but they lost it again. But that releases.
Now, what was that call, Bill?
I don't know if that was for alternate possession. I don't know if there was time or somebody might have stepped on a stick. There was some sort of kind of false start type of penalty or procedure. So Delone was awarded the ball after the face-off, and a pass there missed by Sam Hall.
Number 12 recovered that. Delone's now back in possession. We will do our best to get the numbers and the names.
Yeah, I want to get names and numbers together.
That's.
Where's the original roster?
Did you show him that you hung the other one on the? Sorry, we're getting ourselves together.
Still in the offensive end here for the Squires. Shot there. He's going to stay with Delone. And staying in there with Sam Hall. And Drew Metcalf with the ball now. Still passes off to, that's Noah Hall. Playing midi today, or at least to start. And a nice underhand pass there or underhand shot by Sam Hall.
Scoreboard's a little easier to read today. Squires are on the board with one.
Yeah, to bring it up 1-0 Squires with 9:59 to play in the first quarter. Again, that was
we're seeing
goal
a little
by Sam Hall.
A little better communication, a little more patience, more like what we saw a little earlier in the season with the Squires. So it was nice to see them controlling the pace.
And had control here by the Squires.
Number 1 lost his
Caden
stick.
Hicks lost the stick, and then that just rewarded possession to the Huskies.
This wet field is certainly going to be a challenge for everybody. They're slipping and sliding out there. It's difficult to keep your footing on that wet grass.
Yep. And again, so that was a pass. So that's going to be possession awarded to the Huskies. Bringing in number 12. They have a ton of people on the roster, but we only have a handful of them here. Nathan Parks.
That was a nice save by the goalie. Number 36 for Mifflin Huskies.
That's Alonzo Torres. And he's a freshman, so we have a young goalie. And ball being advanced here by Mifflin. And that was a shot to the ball.
I was going to say, was that a shot or a pass? I wasn't clear.
I'd call it a shot.
Okay.
It's kind of, if it's anywhere close, err on the side of calling it a shot from what I've been instructed.
The weather definitely does add a different element to this game today. You're on a field that's not perfectly smooth, and then you have footing issues with the damp weather and the rain.
That ball's going to stay in play. So we had a loose ball push here, so that was on the goalie. To be honest, that was probably the smartest play, because as he came out of the crease, it's one thing to try to make sure that you're the closest player to the ball when it goes out of bounds, but if it doesn't go out of bounds, you are way out of position, and that's what happened there. So the push just changed possession, gave it to the Huskies, and allowed him to get back into goal.
And that ball being wet is certainly going to make it a little more difficult to get it where you want it to go and to maintain control. So it's footing issues and handling issues with this weather. Huskies are doing a good job moving that ball around.
They get back into X and
trying to get back around here for a
still maintaining possession after a little bit of a...
There was a little bit of a scramble there.
Yep, but they've got it back.
Number 4 is coming in.
Good score, good save by Austin Gregg.
I wasn't sure of that signal, what that was. This.
Yeah. That I didn't gather myself either. Deegan Snyder with the ball now. Passing back to, double check 5.
And that was a shot and it went in. I believe that was number 9 who made that shot, but I'm not 100% certain for Delone.
Could have been, I was double checking John Keeley. Number 5 on here says Enzo DeFada, but he's down there wearing number 48 with a knee injury, so I know that's not him. So I don't know at the moment who number 5 is for the Squires on the field, but I know it's not who's on my list. Let me see, maybe it is in there.
With injuries and illness, sometimes those lists get updated and changed rather quickly, and it's a little hard to get us all the...
And this late in the year, there's certainly going to be some changes.
So we do apologize if we do not call your name properly or we miss who you are. We'll call names when we have them and numbers when we don't. Was there a timeout or was there a penalty or that's being discussed?
I think there's a timeout taken after there was a timeout taken there after the goal.
Okay. I saw the officials conferring
and with 3 officials, I may not be looking. Might take me a second to find them, because with 2 I look at certain places for them to be, and they're going to be shifted a bit. It's similar to basketball, where they sort of rotate as the play progresses, and I think it is a better way to cover the field. Certainly more eyes on the field, less area for each official to be responsible for. And Andy Schrillo picks up possession, and he's going right in towards the goal.
Oop.
Knocked down and off the ball. 18 for the Huskies coming through. That would be Dyson Weaver. Shot on goal. Alston goes out of the crease to pick it up. And possession maintained by the Huskies, number 4, but he passes out of bounds. So
I was watching. Sorry, I was oohing Austin, hurrying him and willing him back into the net.
And again, even more so than this past Thursday when we were here, the wet, cold grass field is going to be slower, even slower than the dry, warm grass field. So balls that, especially on a turf field, would generally go out without any debate are staying in play. So a goalie leaving position to maintain possession with a ball that's going out of bounds, if the ball doesn't go out of bounds, you can be caught out of position.
And not that you don't have enough challenges when you're out there and you're trying to catch and run and throw. Trying to maintain your balance on wet grass is not an easy feat.
And we have a shot there, so it's going to stay with the Huskies. Good hustle by number 17.
And that was a nice following of angles by our goalie.
Brinchuk. 11 down there next. And we may see, as we did Thursday, being behind the goal in what we call X position does give a chance to come around and get a nice close wraparound shot.
The Huskies are doing a really good job when they can maintain control of that ball, but it is seeming to give them a little bit of a difficulty today. I don't know if it's the weather or the ball being wet, or both teams are having a little difficulty with that.
And certainly I think that's something that's going to be even out. I mean, we're both playing on the same – both teams are playing on the same field, so those conditions are going to have a similar effect. Now the ball is past half field. Again, I don't know who number 5 is, but nice pass to Deegan Snyder and the goal by Deegan. So with 4:18 to play in the first, we have 3 for the Squires and 0 for the Huskies.
Commend the families for coming out today. I know it's a wet and cold day, but to celebrate our seniors and to cheer these young men on in this game today, we really appreciate that. And for those of you who are tuning in to watch, thank you so much. The students really appreciate seeing that interaction.
And we're going to face off again with Andy Chirillo, and see if I can pull in number 34, Trey Smith for the Huskies. Still no possession. And I think possession has now been gained, and the ball's in the –
I believe it's the number 4
in the box here, yeah. So we're, again, back with the Huskies. They seem to have been – they're patient so far and moving the ball around. They haven't been able to get all that close to the goal with good shots yet, but there's
great communication.
There's plenty of time left. Coming around X, he might be swinging around for her. Now they've gathered up by Liam Holt, I believe is number 1. Passing to his brother Nick, still trying to get it out. Passing to the goalie to hopefully clear, and we have clear across midfield. And gathered up by the Huskies again, number 5. And that's Riley Hostetter. But now we're number 4. A nice save by Alston. It was a straight shot, but it had some speed to it, and he gathered it in. Sam Hall fighting a couple Huskies there to try to get the ground ball. Now
I hear a whistle. We got a flag. That was more of a question than a statement, if it was.
Yeah. Again, I missed the signal. Balls awarded to the Huskies. Bringing it back in. And again, gathered in.
Great job by our
Looking to
goalie.
clear it out is Alston. Nice pass. Couldn't quite get picked up by Adam Scott.
I heard a whistle and saw a signal, but
so it's number 4 with the push. It'll be 30 seconds.
was that penalty against Delone
That'll
or
be on
the Huskies?
It was against the Huskies.
Okay.
We had a shot on goal, blocked but not gathered in. But the Huskies had gotten possession. Noah Hall with the loose ball scoop. We have Sam Hall at X. The penalty's been released. So we're back up to even, and Sam Hall will bring it back in. Oh, that ball just died. That was a very hard shot, but once it got on the ground, it barely bounced and just rolled dead. On a turf field, that would have been across the street somewhere. Coming down to 15 seconds in the quarter. The Huskies are looking for a scoring opportunity here. Have a ground ball now. Liam Holt picks it up, and the quarter's going to end as soon as we get everybody aware of that. So at the end of one, we have Delone 3, the Huskies of Mifflin County 0.
Delone's off to a strong start, but I think we've seen a lot of potential for the Huskies to get on the board here in this second quarter. As we've seen with other games, the scoring can add up rapidly. So the outcome is certainly not certain for either team in this case.
No, a 3-0 score is not necessarily the indication of how things are going to end.
And I think a lot of what we're seeing is the adjustment to the grass field and the weather.
And since, I don't think anything's going to dry off too much, but it's not raining that much. So the conditions may change a bit too.
Well, that I think is mostly going to be for anybody, especially who's wearing glasses out there. The visibility is improved if you don't have rain falling on your face. That always helps.
Yes. I've had times when I have to look through the raindrops on my lenses. But we're bringing the teams back out for the second quarter. Still, I think we do just have possession now by Andy Trillo. He gets a shot on goal.
Nice deflection.
Kept by the Squires with Sam Hall back in X. Have some wholesale changes by the Squires. That could be strategic to just keep fresh players in. That's one luxury that the Huskies don't have today with only one.
Player 21 was having some trouble with footing down there.
Yep, that was Sam Hall. He did slip. A good aggressive recovery there by Deegan Snyder. And a good score there by Sam Hall. They did say they listened back to the game and they were willing to wear their shirts to class so I could tell them apart. They're brothers. They're not identical. I know that they're different. After the course of the whole year, I still don't have the right name to the right face.
That's okay. Our kids are 3 years apart, and I still called the wrong one, and we've got a boy and a girl, so, it happens.
Andy Cirillo wins the face-off, taken down into the scoring box. Back to Sam Hall and X. Oh, nice shot. Blocked. Gathered. Nope, not gathered back up. Lost by the Huskies, and see if they got it back. Number 12 appears to get to have a handle on it until now we have.
Looks like there's some instruction.
Yeah, possession given back to Delone. And back behind to Sam. Pass to Noah Hall. And collected up by the Huskies. Taking it to midfield, number 17. He loses it and collects it back. And after a loose ball, Noah Hall collected the loose ball, got it to Austin Gregg. Pass just missed by number 22, John Juracek. And if I caught that signal right, it was offsides. That I didn't catch though. And again, to be honest, since I'm not out there reffing, I'm not necessarily counting players. Huskies are bringing it back into their attacking box. And they do get a score, but score by 18. Drayson Weaver, bringing the score to Squires 4, Huskies 1 with 8:31 to go in the second quarter. Getting ready for another face-off between Trey Smith and Andy Trillo. Nobody yet. Trey gets the possession, putting pressure on the goal. Liam Holtz steals the ball and bringing it to midfield. Pass gathered up
That was
by
13.
Drew Metcalf. Yeah, I wanted to double check and make sure that's Drew Metcalf.
24 has possession.
Noah has it now. Noah Hall has the ball now. Passes in to Sam, I believe. That's Sam. Nope, not Sam. That was Deegan. Now Sam Hall's got it back in X.
Squire's trying to slow down the pace and pick their moment.
They've been able to get some good short shots, high percentage shots, and getting them to go in. There was a good try on goal there by Noah, but Sam's going to bring it back in.
36 did a great job with his ankles there. He didn't overreact. He just followed the ball through to make sure it stayed.
But there's one by Noah. Noah Hall with a goal there, pass from his brother to bring the score to Squires 5, Huskies 1 with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Delone is rotating in quite a few players. We have Colt Kirshner in the far midi. The near midi, we have Nate Smith. So we had a loose ball hold from Delone.
And what is that? Explain that.
Essentially, if the ball's on the ground and you commit a penalty, it's generally not going to be something you go into the penalty box for. If somebody has the ball and you use your stick to keep them from moving, that's a hold. That would be a penalty if somebody has the ball. But if they don't, if nobody has the ball, you're essentially just going to give possession up.
Huskies looking for an opening.
The ball kind of got stuck there or got lost in the shuffle in the middle there.
Great job by our goalie. He was tracking that ball, scooped it up, and is getting ready to clear that out. Oh. Loose ball.
Takes it over. Nick Holtz gathers it up to Nate Smith, bringing it in. Gets it into the box over to Deegan.
A little bit of trouble there.
Can't gather up with Sam, but Drew Metcalf's back in the back. But Huskies are bringing it back out. I believe that's Trey Smith for the Huskies. Number 4 from the Huskies.
That was a great recovery.
Gathered it back up. Yeah, he lost it, but then got the ball back, and it's going to stay with the Huskies.
That was a nice attempt at a bounce shot. He just got a little vigorous, and the bounce went, I think, it carried farther than he thought it would on that bounce.
Yeah, that was Dodger Weaver. That was a really good play. And on this field in this rain, to get that ball to bounce at all, it's surprising. And to go over to bounce over the net, I wouldn't have expected that. So he probably didn't either.
Yeah. It just hit the right spot the right way and took off on it.
I believe we had a loose ball trip or push. So Delone's going to maintain possession. Coming up to scoop, we have a couple of Husky players, and then Deegan Snyder and Nate Smith. And again, the number 5, that's not Enzo. Okay, ball's out of bounds, brought back in by Delone. And Drew Metcalf with the ball, coming across, weaving through. There's a number of different sports this works like, and basketball is one of the sports this acts at. It works like, it's like hockey. There are some things that are like football. It's a very good.
I see some very similar plays as on the basketball field when they're down here doing this. Similar.
You can take skills from a lot of different games and be successful here.
Nice shot.
And actually, good interception of that pass by Deegan Snyder and puts it right in the goal to bring Delone up to 6-1 to a 6-1 lead with, again, 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Yeah,
I think he almost caught the goalie by surprise on that one because he looked like he was a little shocked when it went past him.
Yeah, you don't ever want to make a pass and then have somebody with a clear shot 15 feet in front of you. That's putting yourself in a bad situation.
That was great positional awareness by Delone, and quick recovery and a shot right in there. So great job for them.
I believe we have a timeout after this goal. This deep into the game with only one substitute, I think some of the timeout might just be from the Huskies taking the timeout to get some breath. It's a tough situation.
And the one advantage you have to that is you don't have players sitting on the bench going in cold either. So there's but I'd rather go in cold than go in and stay in exhausted. But they do seem to be running a nice pace out there. And now Tuesday's up in the air for us because we don't know if we have anybody for commentary or not. So we may or may not see you, but I do believe even if we are not here, I believe the huddle will have the game.
I think it does. I think we have it. I know it's potentially able to do it, and I think it is set up to do it, to both record it and to broadcast it live.
By and large, they have been having those games go on.
Coming in for the face-off for the Huskies is Alex Snyder. So they are making some moving. They're moving players around the field. And they gave possession, or they called possession. So they've released the other players.
Just under 4 minutes left in this quarter. Delone has a lead 6.
Sam Hall goes around
Mifflin.
Goes around the back of the goal. And good save by Torres. That was a nice hot shot. Huskies bringing the ball back across midfield. Yeah, that was kind of a centering shot. That's something that kind of feels like hockey. But yeah, there's a lot of different. If you have skills for different games, you can bring them to lacrosse and find some success, I believe. This is one of those things I wish we had when I was here.
Me too.
Because I would have.
This would have been a great spring sport.
No offense to baseball, but I would have. This was the time when I was kind of giving up on baseball anyway. To have this in the spring would have been nice. Okay, gathered back in, not necessarily a shot, but gathered back in by Torres. Passes it out, getting ready to clear. Getting it up to half the midfield and into the box. But Loose ball taken away by Mason Ridinger. Taking it into the penalty or the scoring box with Sam Hall close to the side of the goal. Takes it around the back and slows things down a little. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the half. And his brother Sam comes back in just in time to catch that pass. Back to Sam Hall, and he gets it.
Nice shot.
So with a good assist by Noah.
That was a really nice low corner. I mean, that would have been a really hard angle for that goalie to defend. You could do it, but it.
But he had choices there. He was close. He had the ability to go high or low. Sam had an advantage, and he took it. It wasn't anything against the.
Who's number 22 out there for Delone? Who is that?
John Juracek.
Oh, I really appreciate his stick because I've been able to see it.
Oh, it's green. Okay.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to thank him for that if he watches this. It's been easy to keep track of him when he,
I'll try to remember that when I give him his physics final on Monday.
Yeah, give him an extra point for visibility, ease of like that. That's that number 18 on the Huskies. Their shoes when I'm able to track those two players really well. Got quite a fight back there for possession.
Yeah, but Nick Holtz did get the ball back. He did take it. They're still
quite a hustle back there from them.
Yeah, but you only have 20 seconds to get it past midfield too. So that clock is ticking. That timer is getting ready to buzz in on the belt line of those referees.
Did it go out of bounds or?
It was a pass out of bounds, so that's going to go back to the Huskies.
I couldn't quite see.
Yeah, it came to the near sideline. Pass dropped by the Husky player, and with the wet ball and the wet crosses, it's gonna be hard to even get a.
Now I'm gonna ask a question of the ref. When I notice when they go past the ball that they kind of go around, circle back around. Is that the same like in field hockey where you can't turn your butt around? Or
no, there's none of that. That's just a matter of getting yourself and everything aligned. But there's no restriction on your movement like there is in field hockey.
Gotcha. I noticed a similar movement there by some of the players, and I didn't know if that was I
think that has more to do with getting
at an angle where you can scoop.
Yeah, getting the cross up under the ball and getting the ball into the, off the ground. So I believe that's more of just a coincidence. Shot by the Huskies, kept by the Huskies in possession, down to 17, now 15 seconds. Good steal there by Nick Holtz, but it was stayed inbounds, and then that was a little bit chaotic. I don't know if we'd call that a shot. I would imagine that would have to be a pass there. But that's the end of the quarter.
That was pretty impressive, the goalie to get it down.
Yeah.
Far. That was impressive.
Kind of shades of Ron Hextall in the 80s for the Flyers.
They just rolled right into the halftime clock here, and we don't have a lot of time, so I am going to push this over quick, and then we will be back if I can get it to transition over. Maybe not. We might end up staying right where we are. Who knows? Let me see.
Above all else, our community supports each other.
If you come here and you put the right foot forward and you have the motivation, you'll succeed. And when you come out of here, you'll be ready to succeed at the next level.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
Every day is open house. We welcome you to come by and to learn more about us.
We wound up as a Delone family because we were looking for something different for our second child, our son. He needed a little more structure, a little more accountability. He was pretty charming and could get out of a lot of things. He needed a place that was going to really make him do his very best in every aspect, and he couldn't slide by. At Christmas time, my husband and I were walking around the mall trying to figure out what we were going to do for his education. And we said, we just wish we had a sign for what we were supposed to do. And we rounded the corner and there was a big, humongous advertisement for Delone right there in the middle of the mall. And so we said, that must be the sign.
I like how welcoming everyone is and how genuine the people are here.
I could not recommend Delone Catholic more to anyone who is considering transferring schools, coming to a new school, maybe you're just getting out of middle school, can't decide where to go to high school. Delone Catholic is the place to choose.
Okay, we're just watching the clock here a little bit until I'm trying to get that back up. We have about 7 minutes till that time. I'm just going to run through a couple more things. Again, with Tuesday is to be determined, not sure. Even if we don't have commentary and we're not, the huddle probably will pick up. So you want to subscribe to YouTube so you get alerts anytime that we're live streaming. We do know we'll be live streaming on May 9th for the all-school mass. That's going to be approximately 9:30, so you can tune into that, or YouTube does leave those events up for replay. Friday morning, right around, I think it's about 9:30, 9:30, we'll have the senior awards. They'll be going on. And so if you're not able to come in and join us and you want to check out what your senior is, if they're receiving any awards, any acknowledgments, you'll be able to watch that here on YouTube. And then Friday evening, I think that's around 6:30. We do usually try and come on just a little bit early for those things. Senior awards will probably be right on when they're ready. But graduation will probably get on just a little bit early. And then, of course, the following Friday, we'll have the underclassmen awards that you can tune in and watch. Celebrating, it's a great time to celebrate the students and their achievements and their acknowledgments throughout the year. We do always want to give a shout out to our Squire Guild members, Conewago Contractor, Proforma Graphics, GNS Foods, Trummer Family Dentistry, Doug Ligor Media, Hockstead Enterprises, Hanover Auto Team, Molly Bruce Thrive, and there are other individuals and groups that have helped sponsored by way of time and money to make the events that we do here, both academic and athletic, the extracurricular activities and the programs that go on here at Delone, and we very much appreciate their time, their talent, their financial support. If you or other business are interested in supporting our Squires, please contact Matthew Thomas at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org. You can also scan the QR code or visit DeloneCatholic.org/Squires Guild to help support our students. DCBN, a little bit about the students and the volunteers. We are a volunteer completely. Wish we had Tony and George here for every athletic contest that we do, but it just feels wrong being up here without them. But when we have Tony and George and Mike on the camera during football season, kind of feeling like football weather today, they're volunteers. The parents and the people that take care of the field and the linemen, the people that take tickets and work at concessions, all volunteers, not just DCBN volunteers, but they're all volunteers. And we very much appreciate their time and their support in doing this. We also have students like Luke, who was running our camera today, and other students who are involved. Kat Keller, she is one of our students. She did announcing for lacrosse. Ben and Zach that help us with masses and other events, and just various students throughout that make these events possible. So we very much appreciate that. We also had our students invited and participating in Broadcast Now, which is a contest, a statewide competition. It's sponsored by the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters. They put together a great submission. You can scan that QR code and see that submission. But it gave them great real-world experience, opened up opportunities for our students to intern with our media partner, Forever Media, who made our contest participation possible, and we're looking for students to be involved next year. So if you are interested, you'd like to support DCBN, any of those things, you want more information, please reach out to school, please reach out to Mr. Smith, W. Smith, at DeloneCatholic.org. Whether you're interested in volunteering, being part of the contest, or in some way making this possible. And I want to give there are so many people that deserve to be thanked for their time, but I do want to, Jimmy Smith and his wife, can't say enough about all that they do for the school behind the scenes. You see them at the baseball games, but there's so much more that they've been involved in, and many of the athletic things that go on here at school, and the electronic things.
And that goes back decades for them. They both went here, and then when their son Brett came through, they got into the athletic association, and 15 years later, they're still running the athletic association.
And there's so many families and people that are involved here that you may never see or notice. They're just fixtures, and you walk in the door and you don't even realize all that they're doing. But we very much appreciate everything that everybody does, the time and talent that they give to Delone. And I can't thank them all enough. I would never be able to stand up here and thank them all because I know I'd miss people, but it is a very, very long list. So for every parent and every alumni and every community member who's ever stood out in the scorching sun or the pouring down rain or even on the nice days to give your time to make these events happen, thank you so much. And thank you for supporting our students, and a huge shout out to our students like Luke and the other kids who pitch in and are involved here. But DCBN wouldn't be possible without that kind of support. So we very much appreciate you, and we enjoy bringing you these events.
And if you have a little bit of clarification on a couple of things with the numbers, 5 is Liam Holtz. He misplaced his jersey, so he's wearing Enzo's. I've been calling one Liam, but one's Caden, so I got that double checked on the roster. And some information on Mifflin County. They have a very long roster here, but 10 of their kids are JV that they didn't bring with them. And I think they said about 9 or so had a wrestling event today. So I think they're a 6A school from what I heard. And it's just a matter of they're down here to play, and they brought who they could. So
we have about 43 seconds to go till we get back there. Quick shout, thank you to Mifflin for making the trip and coming down here and working with us today. Do also want to let everybody know you got a Squire that's interested in sports caps. Register. They are going to do some little Squires, so we will make sure to get that up. But there is the information to register for our Squire sports camps. Co-ed tennis, co-ed soccer, girls basketball, boys basketball, girls cheer, girls volleyball, and also speech and debate. If you can get an eye on them then when they do the little Squires. I don't know if they're doing anything with them or not, but we're going to get this overlay down if I can work my buttons and get the scoreboard back up. I don't think they're I think with the weather, they're just trying to move things along. So their activity, the Little Squires activity, will not be on camera today.
So I think that was a loose ball push there. So Squires will get possession. Bringing it down. Sam dropped it there, but they're fighting for the loose ball. And looks like he got it back. Down to Deegan. Deegan's up a little bit front, but makes a good pass. Behind the back shot there by Noah. Gathered in again because of the wet and tall grass. Stayed in play. Drew Metcalf now with the ball. And Drew with the ball again. Goes around the back. Nice catch on the bounce there by Noah. Goes to Deegan Snyder. Gets into Drew Metcalf, and I believe we have a goal. Nice little bounce shot there. Bringing up the score to 8-1. Squires, I believe the clock was running there because it didn't start. And Huskies gather up the ball after the face-off. They're bringing it down into the zone. Good shot and save there. Ball's still going to stay in play. This is where I'm a little...
We still have another quarter after this 11 minutes. So.
And we've got, again, a shot by the Huskies. Huskies keeping the ball. But we had Olsen chase the ball out of the crease there and almost got caught out of position. And that's Caden Hicks again. Number 1's Caden Hicks. Defending there. Racing down the field there is Nick Holtz. Gets it into the zone. Pass across by Sam over to Deegan. Deegan gathers it back up. He has the ball now. On the bounce, gathered up by Nate Smith over to Drew Metcalf. Dropped and picked up there by Sam Hall. And
that was a nice shot.
John Keeley, I believe, number nine. Yep, John Keeley there with the pass from Sam Hall and the score to bring the score to 9-1 Squires. At 9:55 to play in the third quarter. Another face-off here. The middies are trying to get possession. I think they got it on the Husky side, so that frees everybody up. And Delone has gathered up the ball there. Nick Holtz gets it to Austin Gregg. Long pass to Will Holtz. And now to 22. Shoot, I knew 20. John Yurchek. Yep. It's like I knew 22. Sam Hall back in X behind the goal. Got some choices. Passes to Deegan Snyder.
Nice block by the goalie.
It was a well-placed shot, but the goalie did a good job to block it. It's in there to Will Holtz. And a bounce shot in. On grass, those are so much less predictable, which can be bad because you don't know if it's going to bounce over the fence, but it's also can be advantageous because the goalie's not going to know where it's going to bounce either.
With 8:48 left in the third quarter, Delone leads 10-1 over the Huskies.
And we have 17 coming in for the Squires. Adam Scott for the face-off. Nice win of the face-off there by Adam Scott.
A little bit of a scramble there for possession.
Somebody lost their stick. So it's going to be change of possession. It's going to be possession given to the Huskies. And kind of like hockey, the lacrosse substitutes on the fly. So as soon as one player's off, the other player can come in.
Delone did a nice job there interrupting those passes. Huskies regained possession.
Yeah, that, like we've used the term, well, there's a flag on the field now, so I believe Caden Hicks had some sort of, and now the ball's down, so it's going to be touched up for the penalty. Going to be a slash.
Was that on Caden?
I believe it was on Caden Hicks, number 1. Yep. So it was a 1-minute slash. And by the referee's determination, it could be 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Most are 1. It's only something that's out of, violence or frustration that gets anything more than that mostly.
Scramble for possession down there.
Yeah, there's still a ground ball picked up by the Huskies.
Huskies are looking for their opportunity to get back on the scoreboard. Nice.
And
slowing down of the pace.
Having a player advantage that's the time to work your offense, get things in position, and then all of a sudden you can hopefully get a score. But I think the penalty's released, so they're back up to even. And that shot gathered in there by Alston Gregg.
Great job by the goalie.
Good job by the defense to not give them anything. Nice patience by the Huskies to work their offense, but good work by the defense to not give anything up. Ball's given back here to the Huskies, just being out of bounds. Okay, so now we're giving back loose ball push against the Huskies, so the ball is going to go back to the Squires. Nate Smith picks it up, and we're going back into play. Nate brings it in, passes off. Getting a few more people in here. So we got Noah Walter, number 20. And who else came in?
Huskies
Noah
heading
Nayra,
back
number
down
25.
the field with possession. Yep. Number 12, I think it was, that took a shot.
Yeah, nice long shot by the Huskies there, number 12. Let me try to grab him quick. And that was Caden Parks. And here, timeout being called.
We have 6 minutes left on the clock.
I don't want to say this necessarily in anticipation of anything, but if the score differential does get to 12, that's when the running clock begins.
Well, I want to... Squires are out there playing like it's a 1-to-1 game. They're not, they're not phoning it in at all. They're playing clean, but playing well. And same for the Huskies. I mean, I think they're doing a great job out there. Good communication. They have good pacing on the ball. They seem to be having a little bit of trouble with the field and the weather, but that's a struggle that both teams have.
Now it's one that I think the Squires are a little more accustomed to. Is home. They didn't have to travel. They're used to the field.
I don't know what the type of field Huskies are used to, but especially when you're playing on a natural field, even if you have grass at home, they're pitted different, they're rolled different.
Yes,
and
they're pitted by your field hockey players differently and
you
divoted up.
We're not going to go into that on the air, but that's a conversation for the car. But that's a little less predictable.
It is. Surface.
So turf is pretty predictable from place to place if that's what you're used to, and I'm not sure what the Huskies are used to. But Delone definitely has the advantage because they're used to playing on this field. They know where the hills, the valleys, the bumps are, and how their field's going to respond. But the rain is certainly a factor for everybody. The slickness.
Yes.
Did it pick up again? It looked like it was raining a little bit.
A little, but I think it's coming and going. I think the issue is what's on the ground already, and I don't believe with the time we've got left that is going to change much.
No.
That's going to be what it is.
And a wet ball handles differently than a dry ball. There's no doubt about that. They've all had a little bit of difficulty in mastering that.
Yep. And the strings on the cross get wet, and that's a little bit more to move.
And keeping a hold of your stick.
Your swing a little bit more, and yeah, your gloves on the metal stick is going to be difficult as well. We've seen a number of people just lose their cross.
Yeah, losing your footing and losing your grip, that's...
And those are the things that don't necessarily affect both teams the same. It's just different people might have different amounts of resilience against that.
But Huskies are doing a great job with their communication and controlling the pace when they are getting down here.
Yeah, they're still moving the ball. They're moving their bodies. Nobody seems to be dragging the way I would be at this moment if I were in the whole time.
The Squires just seem to be able, their defense has been a little bit better at blocking and holding them off than the Huskies have been with Delone. Looks like Huskies.
See what we had. Oh, it was a timeout for the Squires, I believe.
We're down to just over 5 minutes.
Yep, 5:05 to go. 10-1 Squires. Again, if you do happen to be just joining us, Mifflin County has come down with, while they have a large roster, they've only got 11 players with them today, and they fought hard.
They've really been out there working their team. We see really good things from both teams. Communication, pacing. It's just, I think the defense on the Squires end has just been a little bit stronger.
Yeah, they seem to be able to get the ball and get the ball out of their end. When they're on offense, the Huskies move the ball well.
Right.
Haven't been able to get good shots. The Squires seem to have been getting a shot on goal quicker, and they've been going in. Yeah, that seems, I mean, mechanically, there can be a lot more going on than that, but I think in its simplest form.
But this has to be great experience, regardless of the outcome of the game. It's a great experience for both teams, to different styles and different pacing and different fields. And
yes, and Delone's getting a lot of players in. Getting in there to Drew Metcalf. They are playing seniors quite a bit, but this is senior night, so it stands to reason. Back to Sam Hall.
Delone does have one more home game on Tuesday. I'm anticipating that will be live streamed, whether by us or the Huddle, but keep an eye out for that on the YouTube
and
channel.
And Snyder's bringing it around, drops the ball. Again, I think that was just a wet. So Squires maintain possession there, or regain possession there by having the ball go off of the Huskies out of bounds. Right in.
I wasn't even sure if that went in or if
that
it
was-
stopped at the post. That was real tight.
It was behind the back shot there by Noah Hall. From what I've seen from that family over the past almost 10 years, I'm pretty sure he probably learned to walk
with a lacrosse.
holding a lacrosse stick to keep himself up. So that's not surprising that he's got that ability to do those
that was
kind of quick motions with it.
That was a nice slick move. Like I said, I wasn't even sure. I wasn't sure if it actually went in and hit that net or if it was hit by the post, but it was a good tight shot. 17 scooped that up. And he's heading down towards the goal. Oh, lost. I'm not sure if he lost his footing or was pushed, but either way,
as long as it wasn't an illegal push, doesn't matter. He was out of bounds. He lost the ball. Possession goes to the other team.
My thought was more of injury than, with that wet grass. But I saw the ball go down and him go up, so.
Oh, nice. Nice shot there by 34. I think that's, let me double check again. I have called him before. Yep, Trey Smith for the Huskies.
That was a nice quick,
bringing
clean.
it 11-2. Yeah, that's the kind of play that Delone's been able to do quite a bit more of today. We're coming to 3:56 to go in the third quarter. We have a face-off here with Adam Scott, and
I'm sure Huskies would like to do that a couple more times today. In the time left.
And they called possession so they can bring people in. 63 for the Squires.
I think that was
Liam Melody, which might be why Carolyn's down in the stands. We still have to get that award to her.
Yeah, we have to.
That's the only
Carolyn, if you watch this later, go see Mr. Smith. He's got something for you.
A good scoop, because that was a nice kind of point-blank shot. But Austin Gregg with a good save clears it out to Levi Davenport.
Oh. I'm impressed. He held his footing and onto the ball. Like that was.
That's a football player playing lacrosse, but he did that well. He didn't do anything illegal, but he played it rough. I mean, he played it tough, so that was very good.
Yeah, no, he was a brick wall there, and that was impressive. 19's caught up there in a little bit.
Yeah, Deegan, but he kept control of the ball, got it out to a good pass.
21 there to 14.
And that's something. I mean, that's something Deegan might have on somebody like Levi. Deegan's been playing for 10 years, so his ability to finesse things is greater. He just has more experience with it.
Bringing it back in.
Yep,
that was a nice block by the goalie.
Sam to Deegan. Ball.
It's over by the
certainly
shack.
A shot. Yeah, certainly a shot. I wasn't sure who was closest when the ball went out of bounds. Oh, we get it. Working the scoop. Okay.
Oh, that was a nice not quite an interception, but a block there to stop the momentum there by the Huskies to try and regain possession.
And that was a lost cross, so the ball goes over to Huskies. Not lost, but as soon as you drop your cross, the
Huskies working it back down in there, hoping for another opportunity. Oop, some footing issues there.
Yeah, I'm seeing just in the past couple minutes a number of sliding and slipping on the part of both teams.
Yeah.
The field might be deteriorating a bit.
Whenever I see that, I sprains and strains, and they're doing a great job.
Yep. gathered back up by the Huskies. Getting some pressure. Good bounce shot goes over the net. Closest player was the goalie, Austin Gregg. Until he's challenged, he'll probably stay with it. But now that he is challenged, he's kind of committed, because if he loses if the Husky player got possession of the ball, it would have been tough for him to get back in the crease. Nice shot there by Sam Hall. Kind of faked low and went high.
47 seconds left in the third quarter. Delone's up 12-2. Yeah, it always makes my heart race a little bit, come up in my throat when the further out the goalie gets from the net. I just I panic for them.
Yep, down the last minute of the third quarter, scooted back out there pretty well.
They're slipping and sliding. It looks like it's
possession
Delone.
awarded to Delone. But yeah, there's more sliding. That was Cole Kirshner with the pass there to Deegan Snyder. He gets off. Stays with Delone. Some good hustle there.
that was a nice shot though, an attempt.
.58, that's Javon Bowie. He's a sophomore. That's going to be off to the Huskies with 9 seconds to play in the third quarter. So as we get back into play, we'll have less than.
What was?
He threw it back in. He threw it from out of bounds, and in lacrosse you start inbounds.
Gotcha.
So he wasn't
quite where he needed to be.
Yeah, he wasn't instructed to start. Now he can. So you don't have to pass in like soccer or something. You're able to advance the ball by yourself. And we have end of the third quarter with the score: Delone Squires 12, Mifflin County Huskies 2. Coming into the last break before the fourth quarter.
There was a little less hustle there at the end, but I'm actually glad to see that, because I think it was the clock running down and the condition of the field, and nobody wants an injury, especially in the end of the game. Just popping up the My DCHS app information in the social media, anything that's going on through the school, whether it's the end of the school year activities, lunch menu, summer events, news, anything like that. Check out My DCHS app or to the website, and that'll have the most up-to-date information. Also, check out the social media. Facebook has The Arts at Delone Catholic Athletics, and Delone Catholic High School. You'll see a lot of information on there, especially right now, the end of the year. They have senior highlights going up, and shout outs to the athletes for their accomplishments at the end of their season here. And we're going to have athletic updates to check out right up until like graduation day. Sometimes there's even like a track meet on the day of graduation. You're watching people run in at the last minute for graduation.
We had that last year, I know. And sometimes even for baccalaureate, getting to baccalaureate on time the night before graduation. It's good because if they're doing that meant they made it to the postseason. But it can be difficult. It's stressful to get where you need to go if you have all those things going on the same day. But we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
Again, we want to take the time to thank everybody who makes our athletics, academics, all the extracurricular activities and things throughout the school year possible.
And looks like we have possession there with Nate Smith. Huskies, though, fight to get it back. Ball still in play. And good save there by Olsen again. Ill-advised pass there. Got away with it. Caden Hicks clears it out past half field. It actually stayed in bounds a lot longer than I expected it to have, but Huskies get possession on the out of bounds. Past midfield, now they're into the attack box. Reset here by the Squires, then back by the Huskies in the zone. And number 11 for the Huskies with the score, and that's Van Rogers. I didn't catch who the assist was, but the fact that the pass went across the goal, so it opened up. It went to a spot where the pass was very beneficial for make the goal easier. So with 10:38 to go in the game, we have Delone 12, Mifflin County 3, and Adam Scott and Trey Smith with the face-off. No one with possession yet. Nate Smith gets possession for the Squires. Working into the box, takes a good hit. Pass to Deegan Snyder. Annie Chirillo with picking up the loose ball. And I believe that's out of bounds. Maybe it's still in play. Yep, the ball still is in play. Gathered up by the Huskies. Past midfield. Getting into the box. Back to 17 with a little give and go. And
looks like the goalie blocked it, but then kind of lost track of it. And not sure what happened down there. Let's
see what they're going to call. I think it was just a loose ball push on Austin Gregg is what I would think. Yeah, this is just an official's timeout for equipment. Nick Holtz had to tie his shoe. Now we're back in with the Huskies having the ball in the alley. Ground ball again, picked up. That looked like the ball was knocked out of Levi Davenport's cross and then kind of picked up by the Huskies and put in. So we have, again, with 9:19 to go in the game, 12-4, Delone. So face off again with Adam Scott and Trey Smith. Picked up by Noah Hall, brings it in to the, and we have penalty flag. Looks like we had 18 for the Huskies being called with a push. 30 seconds will be the penalty, so there'll be a man advantage for 30 seconds for the Squires. Noah Hall takes the ball out here in the near alley. Nice shot by Noah Hall, but blocked by Torres. I think the Squires are trying to go for one more pass, and then it's Sam Hall with a score that'll even the teams back up. So with 8:39 to play, it'll be Delone 13, Mifflin County 4.
Again, huge thank you to Mifflin for coming out here today for this.
Yeah, I feel like I've got to mention that they brought 11 players. Now that's a big deal.
And for those that might not know, there's 10 on the field right now. So, and having some of their players at another athletic event, and
I think we had a loose ball push here, giving the ball to the Squires. Will Holtz with the ball. Passes back to Andy Cirillo. See if Deegan will be able to scoop it up. Nope. Huskies get possession, bringing it up towards midfield. Keeps it in bounds. Still need to make midfield. There they go. And now they have 10 seconds to get into the box, and they get that. So now there's no time issue, but that was Caden Hicks with the loose ball, gathering it back up, gets it in by himself, and gets a goal.
Nice job.
On a bounce shot. So now with 7:41 to play, we have Delone 14, Mifflin County 4.
Mifflin County they're not making it easy for Delone. Delone is earning those shots. I mean, they're doing a great job back there.
If they do get to a 12-point differential, there will be a running clock. May or may not happen.
I think that the biggest difference you're seeing is that our defense is just a little bit stronger than theirs. Both offenses are really,
And Huskies maintain possession after that shot.
We've just been better at defending our goal.
And some of that may just be the ability to sub new players in and keep somebody fresh.
Absolutely.
And fatigue has got to be an issue.
I don't know about you, but the cold is certainly an issue with me. So I don't know how it affects them.
That, I believe, is going to be called a pass, so that'll be Squires' ball, even if it was a shot. Squires were the closest to the ball. You got a pass here. Caden Hicks in the alley. Gets it downfield.
Nice long pass.
See if Javon can pick it up, if he can gather it up. I don't believe he can. That's 22 for the Huskies.
Good recovery by the Huskies.
Still need to make it into the, and they got it. And will that die before the line? It does.
I was surprised he took a shot across goal and not in goal, but I guess he just didn't have the angle that he felt comfortable with there.
And
nice shot
back to
in
another,
goal.
Yep, another goal there by the Huskies. So now we're going to be at 14-5, Delone with 6:25 to play. All right, we have a face-off.
Nice working that down the field. Good recovery there by the goalie.
He's still looking for a clear now that they've given him the space. There he goes. Takes good pass there up to Will Holt.
I'm wildly impressed how far he makes it down that field when
I've seen people make it the whole way down.
Yeah.
To scoring up, to where they can score. It tends to garner a lot of excitement.
Good to see number 5 up.
Yeah, I believe
was a little worried there.
I believe what stopped play was he did lose his cross, so it's going to be Huskies ball. But at that moment, that might have been the best thing to happen.
Yeah.
Let everybody regroup.
Delone is putting some heavy pressure on number 4 there.
There we go. And that a lot of those things you hit stick to stick, and you can lose the ball very quickly.
Yeah. That field has to be saturated because that one I saw water fly.
Yeah.
So
I'm just worried about sod coming up or somebody, either sticking in and turning and blowing a knee.
Yeah.
Or getting a sprain just from expecting the ground to stop you, but it gives underneath you. Either of those things can lead to an injury.
But as heavily saturated as that ground is, some of those bounces that we saw are even that much more impressive.
We have a flag down, so it's going to be on the Huskies. Now a second. Okay. 1 minute slash from Black 12. And 17 with a slash. So they're both 1 minute fouls. So Delone's going to be up 2 players for a minute.
That is quite an advantage for the Squires.
Yeah, that could have easily just been a goal there by Sam. But he didn't see the opening.
22 Black, that was a really great way to cut off Delone's. They were coming around to score, and he just came in to back up his goalie. So that was a great move on his part.
Well, he can't block a shot from inside the crease. That's illegal. But
no, I know. But he cut off his path. He didn't cut off the shot. He made him redirect his path.
What did we have? Oh, I think we had offsides on. One, two, three, four, five. Yes, they did have 5 there. They're supposed to have 4 in that half of the field. Deegan's going to pick that up. Still in play. To Drew Metcalf. Right there for Noah. That was a loose ball push on the Huskies, so the ball is just going to be given to the Squires in the alley. And the penalties are over, so we're back to even. Andy Trillo with the ball. To Noah Hall. And ball's going to the Huskies. Good shot, but Good block as well. Ball's still going to stay with the Huskies, but 3:12 to play. 14-5, the Squires over the Huskies. Back in X for number 11 from the Huskies. Coming back around the far field. 18 brings it in, gets the ball knocked out of his cross. Good pass there. Up to Nate Hall. Or sorry, not Nate Hall. That goes back a few years. Noah Hall. I had to name a name and then put Hall at the end. A good chance to be a former player here. Gabe, Nate, Sam, Noah. There's a couple more I'm probably not.
There's a lot of whistles going on out there. What occurred?
I'm
seeing flags everywhere.
And the Huskies number 5's walking this way.
Looks like there's some discussion from the officials just to make sure they both saw the same. I hear slash.
Okay, we got a 3-minute slash. And locked in means that even if Delone does score, he stays in for all 3 minutes. And with 2:31 to go, that's it.
Did you see what occurred?
I did not.
And I'm not asking you to speculate, but when a call like that is that they just think that it was egregious and needs.
It looks. I would say if you would have to swing at somebody to hit them and have it have nothing to do with getting the ball out, but just to hit somebody and hurt them. Nice block and eventually saved by Torres, but he did keep control of the ball. Ball now back to Delone, though. Noah Hall gathering it back in to Andy Cirillo. Blocked by Torres, but
nice shot,
Deegan
but
Snyder,
nice block.
Yeah, Deegan Snyder gathers it back up, stays with the Squires. Drew Metcalf to Will Holtz to Noah Hall.
Delone's really been keeping their head
pass out of bounds,
movements.
pass beyond Deegan. So it's going to go to the Huskies with 1:47 to play. I got to say that hit by the Squires there looked a little more violent than it really was because of the water flying off. Then again, same with the pass by the Huskies with that
we have
the trail of water. Let's see what we have.
Was that a slash?
It's going to be Colt Kirshner, number 12. It's going to be a slash for 1 minute. No, that's going to be 12. Sorry, not Colt. It's going to be the Huskies, number 12. So they're going to be
two players
down until about 29 seconds to play. Oh. Almost a good off the deflection, but I believe that was just a loose ball push. So the Huskies will get possession with 1:14 to play. Dangerous pass, almost collected up there by Noah Hall. Will Holtz challenging Trey.
34 is making a heck of a run with that.
And after taking, I think, every face-off in the game and still being able to run like that, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We have a pass beyond.
It looks like it's inbounds.
I think I thought it was. Yeah, it was close enough for me to worry about. But I'll probably have similar issues tomorrow at Stump Field because that ball was going to just stop.
Well, especially with the extra water.
Yeah, with it being wet and it being grass, it's not going to go. There's going to be a lot of. I'm going to be yelling.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Going to be yelling still in play a lot. But with 23 seconds to play,
that was
Andy
another.
Trillo scores.
Yeah, that was another shot that surprised the goalie because he wasn't even like, "What, it go in?" Like.
Yeah. So yeah, we're up to 15-5. Delone with 23 seconds.
That was a nice, quick, short shot in.
So we have Adam Scott and Trey Smith again on the face-off.
Oh. Loose ball push, is that?
No, I believe there was a step on a. It was procedural, so it's either step on a stick or.
I don't quite know the hand. That to me, when they roll their hands, is a walk. So I didn't know what that was.
It's more like football with a legal procedure.
Gotcha.
Okay, we have a potential offsides. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Did we pull the goalie or?
There's some discussion with the officials here.
Yeah. I'm not sure. See, Austin Gregg was running up the field.
Did you catch that?
He said he had him coming on the offensive side of the field. I don't know if that means it was or if it means that he's saying that it was okay that it wasn't.
Is that the goalie coming across?
Okay, he's. Okay, yeah, Austin's back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
With 1 second left, I think the ball went out of bounds there.
Okay, I count like 8 people in. Okay, I did count offsides by Delone. They had like 8 people in the defensive side of defensive half.
They let that clock run out.
So yes, with the end of the game here, it is Delone 15, Mifflin County 5. Thank you everybody for joining us for the senior night here at J.T. Flaherty Field for Delone Catholic. Want to wish good night to everybody and thank you to everybody in the sports programs. We're going to try to come to you come to you Tuesday night, but this might be our last sporting event for the year. So thank you everybody who makes this possible. Thanks Luke and Danny who are here with me tonight, as well as Mr. Rudolph who's downstairs, and all of the being senior night, all of the parents of the seniors, and all of the people who helped all this happen for
and
both
congratulations
teams. Yes.
And best wishes to all of our seniors, whether you're here or Mifflin or Colonials or wherever you are, but congratulations to our seniors and best of luck to you.
Yes, best of luck to all of our seniors. This is a time where you decide what you're going to do next. So I wish all of them the best from locally and to Mifflin County and beyond. Thank you. And again, with our score of 15-5, Delone Squires win the lacrosse game here tonight. Thank you very much. Good night.